Hello, guys. Welcome to another episode of the Otumba Adams Show. My name remains Adams Olufemila today, and you are welcome specially. You're welcome specially. How have you guys been? How has the weekend been for you guys? Today has really been a long day for me. I've been up and doing since 6 a.m. And yeah, I'm glad to be here. I'm glad to have you guys come watch me today and tell me about your day. How did your day go? Hope you did something interesting. Hope you did something that you loved. It's the weekend for a lot of us here in Nigeria. We have our weekly Wannabes where we go for parties, wedding parties, whatever celebration that we'll probably be having. And well, for me, I did not get to go today. So how are you guys? How is life generally? On today's episode, we'll be looking at my advice to entrepreneur wannabes, right? There are a lot of people out there that say that they would love to become an entrepreneur. You probably have heard the gist about becoming an entrepreneur. You get to live your dream life, and you get to do whatever it is that you want whenever you want it, and you feel that, hey, by the time I become an entrepreneur, the next minute I will be a millionaire. Well, sorry to bust a bubble. It doesn't really work that way. Okay. So today's episode, I would be giving you some advice for those of you that are new to the world of entrepreneurship and would really like to know what happens behind the scene. Okay. This is to let you guys know what happens behind the scene, and we would dive right in very soon. So if there's anybody watching me right now and you would like to introduce yourself, you know how we do it. Put your name, put your location in the comment section, and I would welcome you specially. All right? I would welcome you specially. We have 20 minutes to spend in today's episode, and we will not waste your time. So moving on to the first advice I have for entrepreneurs is 1. The core of starting a business is to solve the problem people have and not making money. Now, a lot of the time, people see entrepreneurship as something that once I just start business, I'll start making the money. The money will just start flowing to me. It doesn't really work that way, right? You need to have something that you have solved that is a pain point for a lot of people out there. And when you're able to do it, the money would flow easily to you. So the core of every business is for you to be able to solve a particular problem that they are facing. If you're going into business, please have that mindset that I am going into business to solve someone's problem, or to solve a problem a set of people are going through. That is the core reason why you're going into business. You're not going into business because you just want to make money, right? If you do the right thing, then the other things that you're expecting would follow suit. It's just like the scripture that says that seek ye first the kingdom of God and his righteousness, and then every other thing would come after it. So the same thing with business also. Learn to solve people's problems, right? That is the core reason why you're going into business, and not just because you want to make one huge money, or you feel that you're going to turn to the next Dangote of Nigeria or Tedola of Nigeria. It does not work that way. You're going into business because you want to solve someone else's problem. If you know that that is not the reason why you would want to go into business and you just want to make some quick buck, please do not enter into the world of entrepreneurship, because you're going to get your fingers burnt at some point. All right. So that's the first point I have on my list as an advice to those of you that would want to enter into the world of entrepreneurship. Okay. Number 2 is your business may fail. Now, I know that a lot of us have this mindset that whatever I put my hands into is going to flourish, it's going to boom, it's going to this, it's going to that. I understand that fact. But you also have to have it at the back of your mind that your business might as well just fail, right? Different things might make your business to fail, things that you never planned for. It may be the economic situation. It may be a new government policy, especially in this part of the world where you can never predict what the government will bring up next. right? You might probably be making money off something today, and then tomorrow the government brings up something new that is shocking, right? And then it scatters everything that you've already planned out. And at the end of the day, you realize that like your business is going down the drain. Now, if you're wise enough, you would know that you have to pull out whatever resources that like you've gotten, whatever money or whatever profit you've made at that point in time. Make sure you go out before it sinks finally. I would give an example. Some years back, when I think as at the time that this new government in Nigeria came into power, right, and the dollar shot up. At that point in time, I was into importation, and before then, I was actually doing well with my friends, right? But at the point that like the new government came into power, the dollar shot up, and I realized that I couldn't cope doing the same business I was doing at the time. And if I was not careful, I was going to run at a loss on the long run. What I had to do was to pull out. I had to pull out because I knew that that business was going to fail if I continued. I did not have enough capital to continue pushing it at that point in time. So I had to like do what? Hands off and then find something else I could easily do. So when you're coming into business, know that your business may fail. Okay. It happens to anybody. There are a lot of businesses that like they've had to transit from one business that they were doing originally to something else entirely. So have that at the back of your mind that when you're coming into the entrepreneurial world, your business may fail. Okay. So number 3 on my list is you will starve if you handle your business with levity. Right. I know a lot of you guys out there, probably like a lot of you guys that want to enter into the business world, and you've been told that once you are an entrepreneur, you have this freedom, right? You have this freedom that you can do whatever it is that pleases you. You can get to work at the time that you please, and nobody is going to query you because you are the boss of your life. If you have that mindset, you are going to end up in poverty, straight up. Like nobody's going to tell you, but you will end up in poverty because if you handle your business with levity, your business is going to crash. If you feel that you're going to have some salespeople, which is something some Nigerian entrepreneurs do. They get people to work in their business, right, or to work with them in their business, and then the boss himself or herself does not show up at work early enough, right? And then they expect those people working for them to also have to have a better passion or a stronger passion for the job than they do. It doesn't work that way. People would follow in your footsteps. If you treat your business with levity, your employees would also treat your business with levity, right? Because there's a saying in Nigeria, or sorry, in the Yoruba land that says that Ogata Ogaota, Owala Ruakbe, meaning that some people have this mindset that if I work for you, if I do not work for you, as long as I am your employee, you would pay me at the end of the month because it is your duty to pay me. So if you do not show your subordinates that this is how you want the business to be run, they would run it anyhow. And at the end of the day, your business is going to do what? Your business is going to crash. All right. So that's number 3 on the point. You need to, if you're going into business, you need to put all your energy, right? Have a routine. Don't just wake up at any point in time and then like you feel that, okay, I can get to work at any point I want. You must know the number of hours you want to work in a day. If you're not doing that, if you're not consistent, your business is going to crash. All right. So do not handle your business with levity. So that's number 3 on the point. Moving on to number 4. I'm sorry. Okay, now this one is for those people that have jobs, right? If you have a job, do not leave it to start up a business. Slowly transit from the paying job to the business. Now, why do you need to do this? There are times that you might see something shiny that you want to venture into, right? Now, it still boils down to like trying to serve people, but for some people, they just feel that, or maybe they've not really gotten that understanding that you are trying to serve people And that's why you're into business, right? You're trying to find solutions to people's needs. Now, if you have a business, right, try to start a side hustle, right? And see how far you go with a side hustle. You can use your main job to fund the side hustle to the point that the side hustle can actually stand on its feet. Because if you quit your job and then something comes up along the line and you do not have extra fund for you to be able to do what you need to do, and you do not have any other job to fall back on, you are going to lose on both ends, right? You've lost by quitting your job, and then you are also losing in the business that you do not even have proper experience in yet. Okay, so slowly transit from your main job to the business that you actually want to venture into on the long run. The time period that you would use to transit into the business would give you enough experience, would let you know exactly the things that you need to put in place before you come in fully into that business. All right. So use your business or use your job to fund your business, and also transit slowly. All right. Transit slowly till you get to the point that you can say that, okay, your business can stand on its 2 feet and you can now move fully into that business. All right. So that's number 4 on my list. Moving on to number 5, I have 7 points actually to say today. Moving on to number 5. For those of you that do not have capital, now this one is for those of you that do not have capital, right? Learn to do menial jobs while growing your business. Now, a lot of the time, a lot of us, we have this huge dream of growing our business to be something tangible. Now, please know this. It is not everybody that would have access to a loan, either by the bank or a government parastatal, or probably you have access to a grant from a company like Tony Lumelu Foundation or any other company that gives out grants to entrepreneurs. Know this and know peace. You may not be one of the beneficiaries. At that point in time, you have to realize that you need something that will sustain the business, right? And you also need something that you would also live off on, because while your business is trying to take off, right? While it's still on the runway, you need a source of income that would feed you. Because if you're putting all your energy into the business and the business is not yielding any result yet, and you don't have anything that is feeding you, you would lose. You would lose out. You'd be faint, you'd be fatigued, and your business at the end of the day also would suffer for it. So you need to learn to do what? You need to learn to do menial jobs. Learn to do 1 or 2 things here and there, just to put body and soul together while you're trying to chase your dream, while you're trying to grow that business. Okay? Do not have that mindset that like that business alone would be something that will be self-sufficient for you. You actually need capital. And if you do not have access to proper capital, then the business is going to crash. It's going to fail. Okay. So you need something tangible for the business. All right. So moving on to number 6 on my point is learn to save for rainy days. Now, as an entrepreneur, there will be times that like clients would rush you. You would feel like a king. You feel on top of the world. You basically feel as if you own the world. And then the next minute, you realize that, oh, where are the clients? Where are they? Like, where have they gone to? Right? Now, there are seasons when it comes to business. There are seasons of plenty, and then there are seasons that you may not have so much. At that point in time, you need to learn to save for rainy days. You need to learn to plan ahead, right? When you are having all the money coming in, please do not eat with your 10 fingers. Do not eat with your 10 fingers, because you will be bitter and you will be in pain when the money is not flowing in, right? So save for rainy days. Save for rainy days, and you would be happy you did, because it is not like your salary that is always consistent. Okay, no, Nigerian salaries are not really that consistent, especially for those people that are here in Ondo States that they've really not paid some of their salaries, and they've even cut down on their salaries. But then I digress. Know this and know peace. Save for rainy days if you want to become an entrepreneur. Don't eat with your 10 fingers, right? And then always plan ahead. Plan ahead, and whatever money you're making, try to reinvest that money into the business to make the business grow. All right. To make the business grow, because at some point you would stop having lack of clients if you're reinvesting your money into your business to make it grow, such that you've created a plan in such a way that like you are always having a constant flow of clients coming in all year round. And even if they do not come all year round, you have a soft cushion just in case if they are not what if they are not showing up. All right, so that's number 6 on the list. Moving on to number 7, which is the last point, is you have to keep learning. Now, as an entrepreneur, you have to be one of those people that would keep reading and you would keep building yourself, because you would realize that whatever it was that you were taught in school would not work in reality, right? So you have to be that kind of person that keeps learning. You have to keep on going for new information. You have to keep going for seminars, for webinars, for a lot of programs that would help better your business, right? You need to keep growing, because what you know today may not work tomorrow, right? If you're running a business and then like what made you a millionaire today, in the next 2 years, that same thing might probably be obsolete. It may not be relevant anymore. If you're still holding on to the old glory, you would get stuck. And that is the truth, because the world is constantly changing, right? New technologies are coming up, new things are coming up, new things are displacing old things, and new businesses are springing up. If you are the type that you are just sitting down, folding your arms, and then feel that, hey, this thing I'm doing today would last me for the rest of my life, it is a blatant lie. Your business is going to crash if you have that mindset. So you have to learn to read and keep reading, right? I have a time of the year that I read, I think, about 20 books for the year, and it is for me to grow. Now, before I get to that point that like I dedicate my time to reading books for the year, I watch a lot of tutorials online. There's YouTube, there are books online that's blogs that I go through, and I try to like update certain information that I need for me to be a better person. This year, I have taken about 4 courses thereabouts. Like it's literally like my life saving. Any little money I have, I save it, and then like if I feel that I cannot actually buy that course alone, I get few people that like we can contribute money together and then buy that course, and then I consume that course because I know where I'm headed, right? I know that what I know today would not be sufficient for me in the next 2 years, right? And I need to grow. I need to be better than what I am today. And that is the life of an average entrepreneur. If you're not ready to learn, please do not come into this world, because you are going to be stranded. I read constantly and consistently. I am always watching tutorials. I am always on my system trying to find out what is new in the industry. What can I learn that can make me better than I am today? What can I learn that can make me an extra money tomorrow? How can I serve my customers better? How can I improve on the skills that I have? How can I learn this? How can I learn that? Like as an entrepreneur, you have to be everything and all the things that you can think about for the business, right? You have to be the HR, you have to be the accountant, you have to be the lawyer, you have to be the copywriter, you have to be the graphics designer if you do not have the money for that. So a lot of things that like you have to learn at the very beginning. And even while you're growing, right, you keep on learning, because there's never an end to knowledge. They say what? Readers are leaders. So if you're going to come into the entrepreneurial world, then be ready to read. Be ready to find information consistently. You have to be ready for that. If you're not ready for it, yes, your business may bloom to an extent. Yes, it might just be a mediocre entrepreneur, but if you really want to outshine others, if you really want to be excellent, then you have to realize that you need to read for you to grow. All right? You need to read for you to grow. with this viewpoint of mine, I hope I've been able to convince you and also confuse you that being an entrepreneur, being a new entrepreneur is not an easy task, and you just need to do the work, right? You just need to do the work. Let me quickly run over the points I gave earlier. Number one, I said the core of starting a business is to solve the problem of people and not to make money. When you solve the problem, the money would flow. That's number one. Number two is have it at the back of your mind that your business may fail. And once you spot that, like it is going down that lane, get all your resources that you can actually get out before it goes down the drain completely. All right. Number three on the list is you will starve if you handle your business with levity. Do not have this mindset that because I am an entrepreneur, I can wake up anytime, I can do anything I want at any given point in time. I am the king of my life, and because of that, I can handle the business the way I want. Someday you would wake up and you'll be poor, like extremely poor. All right. You do not want that for yourself. Number four on my list is if you have a job, do not leave it to start a business, right? Slowly transit from the job that you have to the business. Okay. Number five on the list is if you have no capital, learn to do menial jobs while growing your business. Okay. Because the menial jobs would help you to feed, and it can also help to serve as a form of capital for your business, or at least serve as an engine so that your business does not knock. No, engine oil. Yeah, that's the word. Engine oil, so that your business does not do what? It does not knock. All right, that's number five. Number six is learn to save for rainy days. Not be every day you're going to make money. There are days that the clients will not just show up, right? Learn to save for rainy days, and then also learn to reinvest into your business. Number seven, which is the last point, is you have to keep learning. Readers are leaders. If you want to be outstanding in what you are doing in the business you are into, right, you have to consistently read. You have to consistently grow. You have to consistently attend meetings, network with people, attend seminars, and you'll be fine on the long run. Thank you guys for sticking with me till the very end of this show. I hope you've been able to learn something tangible. And if you have any question, please enter into my DM if you're watching me from Facebook, and if you are on YouTube, right, send me a message. I think, yeah, my email is there. Send me a message and I will get right back to you. On this note, we have come to the end of today's show. Have a lovely weekend and be the best version God has created you to be. Okay, I can see someone commenting. Yeah, thank you for being a part of the show, Emmanuel Momo. It's great to have you today. All right then, guys. Enjoy your weekend. Bye.